Here at the True Buddha School Rainbow Temple, our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng, will be presiding over Mahamayuri Homa fire offering ceremony. His Holiness will be entering into the Homa hall soon. Let's join our palms and recite the root guru mantra, the Padma Kumara mantra.
一起问候师尊好，师母好。我们网络线上的同门也一起问候师尊好，师母好。先，师尊好，师母好，师母好，大家快乐，幸福平安。师母好，师母好，大家好，师母好，师母好，各位好，快乐，尊师母好。 母好，我们想你们哦。我们想你们好，师母好，好，师母好，师母好，师母吉祥，师母好，师母吉祥，我们想你们哦。师母好，大家好，师母好，大家好，师母好，尊师母好，师母好，师母感，师尊好，师母好，师母好，感谢龙母主，好，师母好，感谢龙母主。
我们现在大家都很开心哈，看到师尊师母。现在我们大家一起顶礼坛城，做观想大礼拜，以百根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，200诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，300诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼。回天心三印四平等一起手，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
We are inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng to please ascend to the Homa throne. And now we are inviting Simu to please take the Dharma seat. Now we are inviting all the viewers to please take the seats. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants. The offering of Hatha. Let us now join our palms with reverence. And we are inviting Vajra Master Silien Yen to represent all of us to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage root Guru as a symbol of the highest honor. Namo Mahamayuri Homa fire offering ceremony has now begun. Visualize true Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lucana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Liansheng. Visualize Grand Master and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite Padma Kumara mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lian Seng Siddhi Hom. 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 做四无量观。
Perform the visualization of the four immeasurables, ancestors and relatives from the father side on your right, from the mother side on your left, friends and teachers behind you, enemies and karmic creditors in front of you, all sentient beings around us, together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Wake up call. Recite purification mantras and the authority mantra. Om Shivdori Shivdori Shumori Shumori Soha. Om Vajradan Ha Ha Hom. Namo Samanto Motoran Om Turu Turu Dewe Soha. Recite invocation mantra. Om A Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha. We sincerely invoke our lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng. Namo White Maha Padma Namo Lotus Light Self-Mastery Buddha. Namo True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Maha Mayuri. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Maha Mayuri. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Maha Mayuri. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jet Pod. Namo Five Dhyani Buddhas. Namo True Buddha School 8 Primary Deities. Namo Yamantaka, Akalarata, the Four Heavenly Kings, Sana Bodhisattva, Rainbow Temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Tantric Quarter, at the Seattle Lezang Temple, and at the abode at the South Mountain Retreat. Rainbow Temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Plant God, Wind God, Water God, Heavenly Fire God, Dragon Gods, and all divinities, as well as the City God, to please radiate light and bless this Homa. Great homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Great mandala offering, form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above to the lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Maha Mayuri, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities, and below all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru for continents and sun and moon, transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Om Sarva Tathagata Yitta Mu Kurunana Menjana Kan Niliye Tahayami. 做是皈依观想， For food refuge, visualize
南无咕噜贝，南无大孔雀明王佛，南无大孔雀明
Namo
王
Guru
经，
Be,
南无孔
Namo
雀明王海会
Mahamayuri
眷属，
Buddha, Namo
南无
Mahamayuri
咕噜
Sutra,
贝，
Namo
南无
Mahamayuri
大孔
Assembly,
雀明王佛，
Namo Guru
南
Be,
无
Namo
大孔雀
Mahamayuri
明王
Buddha,
经，
Namo
南无
Mahamayuri
孔
Sutra,
雀明
Namo
王海会
Mahamayuri
眷属。
Assembly,
南无
Namo
咕噜
Guru
贝，
Be,
南
Namo
无大孔
Mahamayuri
雀明
Buddha,
王佛，
Namo
南无大
Mahamayuri
孔雀
Sutra,
明王经，
Namo
南无孔
Mahamayuri
雀
Assembly.
明王海会眷属。做披甲护身，手结
Armor
金刚
protection,
合掌
form
手立，
Vajaklap's
念金
mudra,
刚手
recite
菩萨
Vajrapani
真
mantra
言
7
祈愿。
times.
Om Bodhi Ranjali, 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 Om Bodhi Ranjali。 恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛转诸名加持。
Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng to perform blessings with mala.
Inviting
His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng to set ceremonial application, to bless the registration forms, home accords, and all the offerings with Vajra bell and scepter.
请大家起立，恭敬合掌。恭请
Please
法
stand
王
up
圣
and
尊
join
莲
your
生
palms
活
of
佛
reverence,
金刚棒
and
开
together we
罗
are
结
inviting
界
His，
点
Holiness to
起护
perform the
摩
ritual of
火，供
opening the
品
Homa
下
fire
炉，
pit,
演化
to
西
set
斋祈
ceremonial
福，增益
demarcation
敬爱，
around it,
超度大
to
手
lit the
印。
Homa
网络直
fire,
播
to
线
make all
上
the
各级
offerings,
弘
and
法
to
人员
perform
唱
mudra
诵佛母
transformations
大
for
孔雀明
purifications,
王，
enrichments,
护摩主
accusations,
尊心
subjugation,
咒。
and Bardu deliverance. And let us all chant the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Mahamayuri.
di so ha om moi li gra 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 li ga di so ha om moi 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 li ga di so ha
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。 师母莲香上师上座，王直播或者弘法人员大德请。
We are inviting His Holiness to return to the Holy throne. We are inviting Simu to please take the Dharma seat. We are inviting everybody to please return to your seat.
di so ha om moi li gra 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 拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈，嗡摩耶利格拉丁梭哈。
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。
Say the heart mantras of the eight principal deities and Incan Buddha Amitabha.
玛尼贝米吽唵本那摩林陀林娑哈唵哈哈哈为什么耶娑哈唵这里主里准提娑哈唵真巴拉查楞查拉耶娑哈唵啊吽贝扎咕噜贝玛西迪吽塞唵啊吽咕噜贝阿呵萨萨玛哈连声西迪吽。 德亚他唵贝卡兹亚贝卡兹亚玛哈贝卡兹亚拉扎萨摩卡德嘿娑哈。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500。 同名同号阿弥陀佛，请大家起念，请佛注释起愿文。具德妙善圣尊礼义主，十方世界佛他成数佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，佛教金刚空行前地，世间三毒四圣业漫漫，身心摧折轮回苦无休。圣尊悯念降生度迷境，三宝于是微光护群生，人间福田。 受以金刚身，受戒传法灌顶次西地，佛子奇迹注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界。
To benefit and give happiness to
回
multitudes of
向，
sentient beings.
愿同念佛者，同
May
生
all
极
uphold
乐
the
国
Buddha,，
上
ascend the
报
lamp of
四
utmost
重
bliss,
恩，
looking for
下济
generosities
三
from
途
above,
苦，
aiding
见
those
佛
in the
了
realms
生死
below. Upon
由
seeing the
佛
Buddha, may
度
we
一切。 真佛中
transcend life
众
and
弟
death like
子
the
一
Buddha, may
心
we
祈
liberate
愿
all.
护
To
摩
Buddha's
祖
good
尊，
disciples
佛目
wholeheartedly
大
pray to the
孔
main
雀
deity of
明
Homa
王，
today.
以三
Namo
佛之巨大
Mahamayuri.
威神
By
力，
your
灭
majestic
除
power
圣
of the
尊
three
一切
Buddhas,
障
please
碍、
eradicate
毒害、
all the
二
ghosts
级，
and
具
spirits,
足吉
poisons, and
祥
evils,
争议，
illnesses
具足
that
十
obstruct
方
our
助
lineage
缘，
Guru.
以
May
精
his
壮
holiness be
强
endowed with
健的身
auspiciousness,
体，
enrichment,
以气
favorable
概三
supports.
合的
May his
精气
holiness
神，
continue
大
to
乐
the
自
Dharma way
在
in，samsara
注
with
释
great
传
bliss and
法，
self-mastery.
永续不
And
断。
with the spirit, chi, and essence that
恭
cover
请
all
法
the
王
earth.
圣尊莲生活佛
Inviting
作
his
众回
holiness,
向。
living Buddha Lian Sheng, to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the Mahamayuri Buddha. Homage to Mahamayuri Sutra.
敬
Homage
大孔雀明王
to Mahamayuri
尊见属
Assembly.
大孔雀明王佛
Mahamayuri
大
Buddha.
孔雀明王
Mahamayuri Sutra.
大孔雀明王海会诸见属
Mahamayuri Assembly.
祈请大孔雀明王
We pray to Mahamayuri
加持
to bless
请以白莲花
Please by your white lotus
一切的毒
to subdue all poisons,
众生的灾戒
to eradicate the calamities of all sentient beings.
请以白莲花
By your white lotus,
熄灭
please
种种的
eradicate
灾戒，
all kinds of calamities
众等身体健康。
so that all beings have good health.
请以吉祥果
By your auspicious fruit, please
会
bestow
众等
upon all participants.
让资粮具足，
May we be endowed with ample resources, with increased good
请
fortune.
以聚缘果
By your Matulanga
众
fruit,
等获取大敬爱
let all beings attain the great
小
harmony, medium harmony, and the small harmony.
请以孔雀鱼
By your peacock feather,
加
please radiate light
勒令所有一切魔界
so that all
恶
demonic
鬼 离
states,
魔魍魉退散
evil ghosts, and wandering spirits all
大
disperse
孔雀
and
明王
retreat.
加持
We
报
pray to Mahamayuri to please bless the registrants, the primary
及
supplicants,
功德主
and the merit holders,
所有仪会大众，
and all participants.
让习灾真
May
理
they have purification, enrichment, subjugation,
都得到。
magnetization be complete.
请大孔雀明王
We pray to Mahamayuri
以孔雀食尽所有一切的毒，
May your peacock eat
让
all the
冠状病
poisons completely.
退散。
May the coronavirus disappear.
请加持
Please.
南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南
Namo
无
Sakyamuni
地
Buddha. Namo Vairocana
南无
Buddha.
阿弥陀佛，
Namo
放
Abhidhamma
光
Buddha.
加倍，
Please radiate light and bless all participants.
让身体健康，
May we have good health, all wishes
化
fulfilled,
吉，
calamities transformed into auspiciousness, and with strong
在
spiritual
37
commitment.
道品当中，
That of the 37 body divisions, may we
最高
cultivate spiritually and put it into real practice and have the highest attainments.
Namo 毗卢遮那佛，
Namo Vairocana Buddha.
南无本师释迦牟尼，
Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. fundamental teacher. Namo Amitabha Buddha of the Western Paradise. Namo Mahamayuri Buddha. Mahamayuri Sutra. Namo Mahamayuri Assembly. We pray that you bless us, and gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. May all calamities, enemies and enmities disappear. We say 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Samaya Manupanaya Pecha Sato Tenu Paticha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Supu Kayu Me Pawa Anurato Me Pawa Sawa Sidi Me Purayacha Sarwa Karma Sutame Chitamu Sidi Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 Pakawan Sawa Tathagata Petsamami Mencha Petsapawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Pecha Sato Samaya Manupanaya Pecha Sato Tenu Paticha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Supu Kayu Me Pawa Anurato Me Pawa Sarwa Siti Me Purayacha Sarwa Karma Sutame Chitamu Siri Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 Pakawan Sarwa Tathagata Petsamami Mencha Petsapawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Pecha Sato Samaya Manupanaya Pecha Sato Tenu Paticha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Supu Kayu Me Pawa Anurato Me Pawa Sarwa Sidi Me Purayacha Sarwa Karma Sutame Chitamu Sidi Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 Pakawan Sarwa Tathagata Petsamami Mencha Petsapawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pei
Pay homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra, second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra, third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra, fourth half bow. Recite completion mantra.
Om Brim, Om Brim, Om Brim, Om Mani Padme Hum. 非常感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛主坛佛母大孔雀明王护摩法会。
We are truly grateful to our lineage root Guru for presiding over this Homa, Mahamayuri Homa. Now let us all join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting our lineage root Guru to bestow the precious Dhamma teaching. First, let's pay homage to the lineage Gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dukten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today, Mahamayuri Buddha.
切明王
Mahamayuri Sutra.
大孔雀明王海会
Mahamayuri Assembly.
敬礼
Homage
南无毗卢遮那佛
to Vairocana
南无
Buddha.
本师释迦牟尼
Homage to the fundamental teacher
南
Sakyamuni
无西
Buddha.
方极乐世界阿弥
Homage
陀
to
佛
Amitabha Buddha of the Western Paradise. Sumo,
丹真嘎错
Danzen Katsu,
图登悉地
Tutan Siddhi,
各位上师
all Dharma
教授
masters,
师
Dharma educators, Dharma teachers,
讲师
Dharma
助
lecturers,
教
Dharma
堂
assistants,
主
directors of temples and chapters,
各位同门
and all disciples.
大家午安
Good
大家好
afternoon. How do you do?
大家午安大家好你好大家好
Good afternoon. How do you do?
愛してる
I still
サラゲ
sarangi.
オラアミコ
Hola
てける
amigo.
もちょ
Te quiero mucho.
すごい
Sugoi.
一番
Ichiban
気持ちいい
kimochi.
住民
Chumi.
やび
Yappy.
プリプリこんにちは大家午安
Konnichiwa. Good afternoon. How do you do?
今天呢看那个云端啊
Today,
看那个云端很热看到很遥远的地方
as I was looking at the
有同门
clouds,
那么出现在云端上面
I saw
是
very far away
中
and
国
they
安
were
徽的弟子
disciple on
看
the
到中
clouds,
国安徽的弟子
a disciple from Anhui, China,
还有世界各国世界各国
and also from all over the world, from Indonesia,
很多的同门马来西亚的
many,
台湾的
and also from Malaysia,
还有这个
Taiwan,
日本
Japan, Korea,
哇好多很多的国家
many
甚至
countries,
欧洲的
from
欧
Europe,
洲的好多同门
many
新加坡
disciples, Singapore.
全部都出现在这个
They
云
all
端上面
appeared on the
看
clouds.
了这个特别的高兴
I was very happy seeing that.
跟大家祝福大家身体健康
So I wish all of you a good health and
道心坚
everything
固
is auspicious
修
and
法进精
strong spiritual commitment
到
and
时候
diligence
每
in
一个
your
人都有成
practice
就
so that every one of you can have attainments in the future.
首先呢先通知
First,
大家
I would like to announce
下个礼拜天
for next
6
Sunday,
月21日
June 21st,
next week June 21 afternoon 3 o'clock p.m. 是救瘟疫度母
at 3 p.m., there would be the Homa fire of the ceremony of Tara, who dispels epidemics.
我们知道这一次的这个
We all know that the
到
pandemic
目
this
前为
time,
止
up
有些
until
国家是
now,
比较缓和的
there are some countries who have contained it,
荒行未及
but there
还是
some countries that have their cases continually
真的是
increasing.
很难把这一次的瘟疫
It's very
跟
difficult
冠状病毒完全
to
驱逐
completely
清净。
eradicate the pandemic and
所以我们下个
coronavirus
礼拜
this
还
time.
是要做
So
救
next
瘟
week
疫
we
度
will
母护魔法
perform
会。
the Homa of Tara who dispels
我也
epidemics
曾经讲
again.
过，
I once
像昨
said,
天晚上我讲，
like last night,
第一个我们希望
first, I hope
冠状病毒
that the
赶快
coronavirus
消失跟过去。
can disappear quickly.
世界
And second,
各国的经济贸易
that the global economy and
能
trade
够互相的
of all countries
这个货畅其流。货畅其流就是每个国家的
can
贸易能
recover
够重新在一起，
so that the
就是经济能够好。
trade and production can restart and recover so that the
在
economy
美
can
国
be
地
better.
区的
And third,
种族
in America,
能够平和
I hope that
和平
the
平和
different racial ethnicities
就
can
是
live in harmony and
师尊本身呢
at peace with each
的
other.
祈求，让
That's
冠状病毒
Grandmaster's
能
own
够消
prayers
失掉，
so that coronavirus can
让经
disappear
济
soon,
能够
so
起
that
飞，
economy can take off again,
让美国的种族
so that
能
the
够和平
racism in
平
America
和平等，
can be, so that all different races in
这是非常重
America
要的。
can live in
那么
harmony
下个礼拜
with
是
equality,
救
justice,
瘟疫度母的附魔法会，这个
and liberty. So next
菩萨保
Sunday,
佑啊！
we will perform the Homa of Tara who dispels
希望能够
epidemics to request for her
显
protection.
法力，
We hope that Tara who dispels epidemics will
所有的
manifest her majestic power to eradicate the pandemic and the coronavirus from all the countries.
.这开始以前呢、师尊先讲一个
Before
笑
the
话。
Dharma teaching, let Grandmaster share
老
a
师
joke.
问小明：
The teacher asked Xiaoming,
人类和什么动物最相似？
what kind of
人类跟
animals
什么动物最相
is
似？
closest to human beings?
这个小明回答：
And
青蛙。
Xiaoming replied, frogs.
啊，你们想一想，人类跟青蛙有什么相似之点？小明居然回答青蛙。老师
So
都
what's
愣
the
住
similarity
为
between
什么讲青蛙？
frogs and
老
human
师就
beings?
问小明：为什么呢？
So the teacher asked
小明回
Xiaoming,
答：
how come?
因为都是蝌蚪
And
里
Xiaoming
面
replied, because they were all transformed from the tadpoles.
小明很聪明哦。
Xiaoming is very smart.
人类跟青蛙有什么关系？
What is the relationship between human beings
因
and
为人类跟
frogs?
青蛙都是蝌蚪里面，
Because human beings and frogs come
这个
from
也
the
是因明
tadpoles.
因明性。我讲过，
So
青蛙
this is also
蝌
the
蚪长大
science
以后，它就变成青蛙。
of logic.
人类
Because when
也是一个
tadpole grows up,
蝌
it
蚪这
becomes
样子的
frog.
虫，
And
游得很快，
human beings also came from
结
the
合起来就变成人类。
from this
所以这个
semen,
算是
like
在
also a
西藏
kind
的
of
语言之学
worm
当中，
that
也算是因缘
ran
际
the fastest that became a
一个
human
逻
being.
辑哈。
So this is considered a
现在
science
我
of
们进
logic.
行你问我答，你
Now
问
we
我答。
will do the question and answer.
师尊你好，请
Grandmaster,
问
how are
师
you?
尊，莲花童子相应法后面
At
回
the
向
end of the Padmakumara deity yoga,
咒
during
寄
its merit
生
dedication,
双
there
缘
is a
词，
phrase.
是不
A
是有什么
mantra
特
is a
别的含
rebirth
义
in the
呢？
Mahatwin Lotus Ponds.
请师
Is
尊
there
慈
special
悲指
meaning
点，
to it?
谢谢。
Please be compassionate and teach us.
我告诉大家，
Let me tell you.
这个莲花童子咒
The Padmakumara mantra,
Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hum，
Om Guru
它
Lien
本
Sung
身有
Siddhi
很大
Hum,
的含义。
has a very broad meaning
一咒之间，一咒之间，
of the universe.
伟大的上根本上师，
The great lineage root guru
莲花化身，
emanated from the lotus
马哈双莲池，
of,
成就
and with the attainment to the Mahatwin Lotus
莲
Ponds.
生悉地 Hum， 莲花化
Guru
身
Lien Sung
在
Siddhi Hum.
马哈双莲池。
Emanation from the lotus at
你
the
如果
Mahatwin
能
Lotus
够持
Ponds.
上师心咒，
If you are able to chant the
800
root guru
万遍，
mantra 8 million
还继
times
续持念不停，
and still continue to
你这样
chant,
子的成就叫做持名成就。
then your attainment will be
什么叫
called
持
the
名成
attainment
就啊？
by upholding the
就是光明。
clear light
你持着这个光明的心咒，
lucidity. So you're
不停，永
upholding
远不停的。
the clear light radiance of the mantra
莲花
continually.
童子根本上师，
Padmakumara
临终的时候
lineage root
现
guru
在你的面前，
will appear in front of
接
you
引
at
你
your
到
moment
马哈
of
双莲
death
池。
and to guide you to the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds.
这个就是一咒寄生双莲
That's
池
the meaning
这样
of
一
this
咒
phrase. A
一个咒
mantra is a rebirth in the Mahatwin
我
Lotus
们同
Ponds.
门当中啊，
With just one
持莲花
mantra
心咒的，这
of
嗡
our
莲
disciples,
生悉地吽，
those who chant
莲生悉地吽，
Padmakumara
那是
mantra,
所有
which is
莲
Om
花童
Guru
子的
Lien
心咒
Sung Siddhi Hum. That's the mantra for all Padmakumaras.
单单持这个咒，
Just by chanting
你
this
持到
mantra,
产生光明，
if you chant it until you emit clear light radiance,
到了马哈
and
双莲池，
Padmakumara appears to guide you to
这
the
个就是
Mahatwin
一
Lotus
咒
Ponds.
寄生双莲池。
So that's the
有没有
meaning
人
of
这样？
a mantra
有。
is a rebirth in Mahatwin Lotus Ponds.
我们的这个传
Is
译
there someone like that?
韩尼瓦
Yes.
师姐，
Our translator,
他的
Dharma
父
Sister
亲
Hanifa's
就是
father
持
and
莲花
mother
童子心咒，
chanted the
持
Padmakumara
高王
mantra.
经，持莲
And
花童子心
hiking
咒，
our Lokitasvara Sutra
以
and
高
the
王经的力
Padmakumara
量
mantra.
跟莲花童子的心
By the
咒，
power of the hiking Kuan Yin
他
Sutra
们往
and
生以后呢，
Padmakumara
都得到
mantra,
很大颗的舍利
after
子，非
they
常大。
pass away, they had a
非常
huge,
大颗的舍利子，
very
像
big
石头这么大
sariras
颗。
as big as the fingertips.
这个就证明他们本身已经到了
So this proved that they have gone to the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds.
这个就是一咒寄生双莲池。
So that's the meaning of a mantra is a rebirth in
这个根本
Mahatwin
上师
Lotus
的心咒，
ponds. They just chanted
然
the
后
root
跟
guru
加上高
mantra
王经，
and the hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra.
这个它有特别的含义。
So it has a very special meaning. A mantra is a rebirth in the Mahatwin Lotus
莲花
ponds.
生大士，
There are many
那么伟大
Padmakumaras.
的
The great Guru Padmasambhava, the founder, the patriarch of Tantric Buddhism, was also a Padmakumara. He was born out of a lotus in the lotus pond. And the White Lotus King, the second king of Shambhala, the kingdom of the Buddha land, the White Lotus King was also a Padmakumara. And Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva is also a Padmakumara. And many more Padmakumaras, innumerable, countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are Padmakumaras. Therefore, this phrase, a mantra, is a rebirth in Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. It's extremely nice, very perfect, very powerful. To let you experience the amazing.
再来一个问题。
The next question.
师尊佛安。
Grandmaster, peace with you. Your disciple is grateful for your guidance in my dream, directing me to take refuge in the true Buddha. I do practice Tantric Dharma. How can I ensure that in all my lifetimes, my future lifetimes, I will never forget my affinity with Grandmaster, to always rely upon you. I also ask for your forgiveness and repentance. So how can you ensure that in your future lives you never forget Padmakumara? First, you can do it as soon as you gain spiritual union with Padmakumara. You frequently visualize Grandmaster sitting on top of your head. You frequently chant Padmakumara mantra. You frequently visualize Padmakumara entering into your heart chakra, seated on top of the lotus of your heart chakra. And you are in union with Padmakumara, and you gain spiritual union with Padmakumara. That in all of your lifetimes you would have affinity with Padmakumara. In your future lifetimes you would have affinity with Padmakumara.
也就是说，不会忘记以师尊之言，永
So you will never forget your affinity with Grandmaster, to always rely upon you. That would be the best method.
然后再来有一个问题。
The next question.
师尊佛安。 弟子想请问师尊曾在2015年1月19号
On January 19th, 2015, during your interview in Taiwan with the Apple Daily newspaper and Next magazine,
示范了一个特殊的
you showed us a special mudra to avert evils. Palms together, the ring fingers bound outward, and the four fingers hooking on the ring fingers. Could you please expound on it more? The details, its origin, when to use it, whether it should be accompanied by a mantra and visualization, etc. Thank you, Grandmaster. both palms joined together.
他突然间问我
，All of a sudden,
2015年
someone
1月
asked
19日的手印，
about the mudra on January 19, 2015, during your interview in Taiwan with Apple Daily newspaper and Next magazine. You showed us a special mudra to avert evils. Palms together, the ring fingers bound outward, and the four fingers hooking on the ring
应该是这
fingers.
样吧？
Should be like this.
2个食指勾住无名指，是这样吧？没错。
So the 2 index fingers are hooking
就
on
是这个手
the
印。
ring fingers, this mudra.
这个5年前我比的这个手印，
The mudra that I formed 5 years ago,
这
someone
很厉
remembered.
害。
That's incredible.
要不要配合使用时机以及要配塔咒？这个手印的来源，这个手印比较少人用啊。
Very few people use this mudra.
这个其实只要向前，
If you point it forward,
这样子发出力量
the power it generates
光射出去，所有
would
的
emit light and has power,
邪神恶鬼全部退散。
and all the evil
差不多
gods
有个人退散了，差不
and
多
malicious ghosts will disperse, and not only disperse, they're almost game over
日
or
本
dead. That's Japanese game
叫
over.
N 内部，它的根源呢？
Its
是那时候
origin,
三山九口先生教我
it's
的
from the
他
Three Mountain
是很
Nine
早期。我在26岁的时候，
master
50年前， 50年前
long,
他教我
long
的这个
ago
手
when I was 26 years
三
old.
山九口先生50年前教我的这个手印。这个手印呢
The mudra that they taught long ago,
的来源就是三山九口先生那时候教的手印。那么要
That's
配
the
合什么咒
origin
语呢？
that was taught to me
你就
that
念
time. Three Mountain Nun Marcus
印教
Master,
的咒语
spiritual master of Grandmaster.
Hom, Hom, Pei,
And the mantra,
Hom, Pei,
Hom, Hom, Pe.
Pei, Hom, Hom, Pei, Hom， 这所有金刚神的咒日，所
So
有的金
Hom
刚神的咒日，
is the mantra syllable of all the Vajra protectors of Vajra gods.
就
Hom.
是去除、
And Pe
消灭，
is to subjugate, to eradicate,
把它变成无有，
to disperse, to
把它
become
变成没
nothing.
有。这 Hom, Hom, Pei，
Hom,
只要
Hom,
念
Pe.
Hom, Hom, Pei 就可以。
That's the mantra you should
写
chant.
这个手印，就是
And then you form this mudra, which is the mudra to avert evils.
好的，这个问题就是这样子啊。
That's the question.
你2015年问的问题，现在是2025
Question
年了。
about 2015,
手印，
the mudra from 5 years ago.
师尊还可以这样子一下子就讲出来，
And Grandmaster could still remember and
记忆力很好
explain it right away. Not bad. I still have very good memory.
再来一个问题，
The
师
next
尊在
question.
净光的伏梦，
Grandmaster, in your book
一
number
位消瘦
2072,
的老人，
Touch of the Pristine Light, on the chapter,
这
A
是
Slim Elderly
是
Man,
一个老人
you wrote about
每况愈
Maudgalana in this lifetime was a farmer steadily deteriorating. His inner light radiance and transcendent power were abolished by his own karma. ... My question isn't Maudgalana a Maha-Arhat? Arhatship is part of the four Sichli realms, which is a non-returning realm. What caused him his downfall? Please enlighten us. Many people ask this question. I have mentioned it in my book, Touch of the Pristine Light. Why was the great Arhat could be reborn in the human world and became an old elderly man of the Buddha Sakyamuni's 10 great disciples? Maudgalyayana had the first and foremost transcendent power. Sariputra was first and foremost in wisdom, and Maudgalyayana had the most and foremost transcendent power. However, the insight here is that transcendent power does not allow you to transcend life and death. It is just a side effect of your spiritual cultivation. It doesn't mean that you can attain Buddhahood by having transcendent power. A Buddha definitely would have transcendent power when you attain Buddhahood. However, transcendent power does not necessarily mean Buddhahood. Does not necessarily allow Buddhahood either. There are many levels. Maudgalyayana died a horrible death. Although he had transcendent power, but he also had grave karma. Because in his past lives, he killed many people. So, of the Buddha's 10 great disciples, or the 500 arhats, Maudgalyayana died a horrible death. He was killed by tons of rocks and thrown down from the mountains, and his whole body was totally crushed with lots of blood, and because of his karma. So he wanted to escape with running under the earth or with fleet-footedness to escape that calamity, but he could not. He was being crushed by the rock because when the karma appeared, he could not escape from it. When he wanted to run under the ground became extremely hard, and he wanted to fly, he could not. So finally he died under the crushing of the rocks. That's how he died. So that showed he had karma. His karma was still there. He had to experience many lifetimes before he could have attainments. He had to eradicate his karma first, even though he was a great arhat. He was a great arhat during the time of Sakyamuni Buddha. The Buddha did not ask him to save the Sakya clan, but he used his own transcendent power. He took his own initiative and used his transcendent power to use his alms bowl and to collect all of the Sakya clan and save it inside his bowl, because at that time the Sakya kingdom was being attacked by Liu Liwang, by another king, and was almost eradicated. And Maudyagalana took all the Sakya clan, the kings and the ministers, and about 500, which means many of the clan members, and brought them back to Sakyamuni Buddha. Sakyamuni Buddha did not ask him to do it, but he did it on his own. And Maudyagalana told Sakyamuni Buddha, I have brought your clan main members here and saved them. And the Buddha asked, where are they now? You saved them. Where is it? It's inside my alms bowl. It's inside this bowl. And then the Buddha said, so pour them out so that I can see. And when he did that, it was just blood water, so he could not save them. The Buddha did not ask him to save the Sakya clan. Why did you go and use your transcendent power to go to above Sakya kingdom and save many of the Sakya clan members? And yet you did not save any of them. Was that you that actually killed all of them because they all became blood? What should you do then? Too late. Nothing you could do. You could not have saved them. You did not listen to me. Now you killed them. 500 of them. Sakyamuni Buddha was a Buddha, but he was also born in the animal realm. And he had gone to hell too. The Buddha had gone to hell too. Don't think that Sakyamuni Buddha was always holy. He was once in hell, in the animal realms, as the deer king, as the elephant king, as the peacock king. He was animals. And also, so in the journey of spiritual cultivation, although Maudyagalana was a great arhat, he had killed many people before. And in that lifetime, he was fighting with the deviant groups and killed a lot of people. And he was trying to save the Sakya clan, and the Sakya clan became blood. So he had to repay his karma. Although he was a great arhat, he still had to clear his karma because he had killed many people, and now he had become an elderly man. His original soul was a great arhat, but his nirmanakaya, or transformation body, is still in the Saha world, repaying his karma. So when I wrote this, it shocked the Buddhist field How could the Maudya Kalyana, the great arhat, became an elderly man? Because he had grave karma. So he used his transcendent power to kill lots of deviant followers. Therefore, his death was done by the deviant followers with rocks, that he became like mush of bloody flesh. But at that time, because of his karma, he could not use his transcendent power anymore. But one day, once he eradicated his karma, he would return to his state of great arhat, because he was originally great arhat. He was a non-returning, however, his nirmanakaya is still in samsara, in saha world, so he had to cultivate spiritually still the best he could. That's my answer.
在这个顶礼根本
Homage to our lineage root guru,
传承上师圣尊莲生佛
His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. My question is, I once read in your book, Talking Heart to Heart, Volume 10, on the 13th chapter on Usnisha Vijaya Dharma. If all of a sudden, for no reason at all, you start to sweat profusely and your body emits foul odor, that is a sign of bad luck. For no apparent reason, you feel upset and anguished. A disaster is in the making. A spiritual cultivator should not feel disturbed or agitated. His temperament should be mild and moderate. A true sadhaka is like this. His heart and mind are harmonious and calm. So if you feel disconcerted, that's not good. If you cannot control it and discard your apprehension, you sweat, you feel feverish or cold, weak energy, dark facial aura, these are all signs of catastrophes. You need to practice Usnisha Vijaya Buddha Mata Dharma right away. First, should you chant the long mantra of Usnisha Vijaya Dharani? 2. If during the mantra recitation of the practice, warmth arises naturally and I feel light and at peace, should I still visualize the mantra syllables radiating light or do the breathing practice, etc.? Because sometimes I feel that whenever I do something intentionally, I already exit my samadhi. That's the question. If you feel upset and sweat a lot and foul body odor and dark facial aura, that's signs of calamities. That's right. That's the signs of catastrophes. Sweating, if it's a normal sweating, that's okay. So it doesn't mean anytime you sweat, it's a calamity. Like if the weather is hot, or in Southeast Asia, it's hot. When I visit Southeast Asia, I ask them, how many seasons do you have? And they say two seasons. So, which ones? Hot. And the next one is the extremely hot season. In Indonesia. How many seasons do you have? And they replied, hot and extremely hot. When I visited Malaysia and Singapore, it's the same. Only one season, hot and extremely hot. Then of course you would sweat. Or summer in Taiwan is also very hot. As soon as you finish your shower,
还要再洗一次，
and then you
那
would
天天
sweat
就
again,
就躲在浴
and
室
then
里面洗澡就
you
好。
bathe again, then you would just bathe all day long.
刚刚洗好澡，一走出来就已经全身都是
As
满
soon
身
as
大
you walk
汗。
out from the bathroom, you start to sweat. It's still very hot
这个
in the
热，
summer.
这个就不算
So
是
it's
那个
okay.
灾难，这个不是灾难。
That kind of sweating is not considered
但
a
是这里的
calamity,
出汗是不寻常的出汗，
but it is an
一会热，
unusual
一会
setting.
冷，一会热，一会冷，那是病了。
It's hot and cold and hot and cold.
气很
That's
弱，呼吸很
sickness.
喘，
That's calamity.
那要
Or you have weak energy, or breathing.
一下子没有呼吸就完蛋了。你这个气
People
很
who's
弱，
about to die would
一定要
breathe like that, would gasp and pant. Then you
人很
die,
黑很紧，我们讲了
and
印堂
you
发黑，
pant, but you cannot.
你不要以为人
breathe
脸很黑
Or
就是有
dark
灾难，
facial aura.
你知道吗？
It's not always.
那个
It's
非
not
洲裔的
necessarily
美国人
tanned
你哪一
face.
个脸不黑呀？
You don't think that any tan or dark face
你知道那个非
indicates
洲
calamities.
每
You
个
know,
人都
all
脸都很
African
黑，
Americans have dark
不是
face.
指东方人印堂发黑。我们
But
东方人
what I
印堂发
meant
黑
was that just the dark aura,
印堂发黑的时候，
the dark facial aura, or in the forehead
师尊如果去游泳
for
晒太
the
阳，
yellow
脸
skin.
就很黑，
But not because you're
那
tan,
不是
because you're
灾
sunning.
灾难，
Oh,
而是你印堂
that
发黑，
doesn't
你自己
mean
看
it's calamity.
印堂发黑了，都是有灾难的。
But if you have a dark aura, that means you
不
have
只念真圣佛母
a
的长
calamity.
咒，
Then you have to recite Ushnisha Vijaya Buddha Dhamma.
也可以修尊圣佛母的法。
Not only chanting the long mantra of Ushnisha Vijaya Dharani, but you can also perform her Dharma practice. This is considered one of the longevity
所以你
deities.
修尊圣佛母法，
So
它
if
长
you
寿善
do
尊，
the practice
就可
of
以延
Ushnisha
长
Vijaya,
寿命，
then
除
you
掉
can extend your lifespan
修
to
尊圣佛母
eradicate
法
your
要不但要
catastrophes.
持咒，还要观想，
And not only chanting mantra, you also have to visualize, enter
接尊
samadhi,
圣佛母的手
form her mudra.
这是重点。
That's the key point.
如果在修法念咒的时候，自然
If
产
during
生
mantra
有
recitation,
清安的感觉，
the warm sensation arises
怎
naturally,
样呼吸
and I
的
feel
方
light and
法
at peace,
因为有时觉得
should I still visualize the mantra syllables radiating light or
你
do
能
the
够
breathing
产
practice,
生
etc.？
软意有清安的感觉，
If you can feel the warmth and feel light and at peace,
所以尊圣
that's
佛母
signs
法
of spiritual responses.
产生软意清安
So
的感觉。
Ushnisha Vijaya Dharma is
还要
very
观
good.
想昼日放光，
Visualizing the
要
mantra
怎样呼
syllables
吸
radiating
等等的
light,
方法。平时我们呼吸
or
呢
do the breathing practice.
慢
Normally,
长，
our breathing practice should be
就呼吸得很
finely,
细
slowly,
很长，
and
这个
long.
是长寿的象征。
That
另外，
those are
昼日
the
放
symbols
光
of
也是很好
longevity.
的
And
昼日
mantra
放光也是很
syllables
好的
radiating light is also good.
可以修的。
You can do those.
你最好不要一着意就能够在禅定里面比较长久。禅定有两个字
So
非常的重要，一个是松，
you can extend
松，还有
your
轻松的
meditation.
松
Don't act with diligent care. In meditation, you have to be
是心
relaxed.
啊根本放得非常的宽广，
That your heart is
跟
totally
一
open and expansive and connected with the consciousness of the universe, then your samadhi will be long. So remember, in your meditation, you have to be relaxed. You have to relax and open and natural. Then nothing on your mind. Of course, if you do something intentionally, like if you have a thought, of course, then you would leave your meditation. But if you have no thoughts whatsoever, that's called relax and unperturbed or open, not caring about anything, very relaxed. That's in the meditation. Of course, if you care for something, then of course you would exit from meditation. When thoughts appear in your mind, you would exit from meditation. So you use all kinds of methods. In Lamdre, it was written, you use all kinds of methods to enter samadhi, to enter meditation. And all these methods are called the merit accumulation path of meditation. What we talked about yesterday. What is the merit accumulation path of meditation? Is the all kinds of methods to enter meditation. The non-dwelling. That would be the true meditation. And all the methods used to achieve that are called the merit accumulation path of meditation, which what we talked about yesterday. There are 4 elderly women selling the tea eggs on the same street, and they all have the same place and the same sign. And then the first one said that the 5 fragrance tea egg, $2 each. Nobody was there. And the second one put at the sign, this is a secret formula, $3 each. And there are few people. And the third one has a sign that this is the royal palace secret, $5 each, and it's pretty good. And the fourth one has a sign that the Korean royal palace secret recipe tea egg, $10 each, and yet it has a long line. So what does it show? The egg is not important, but the bullshit is. Doesn't matter what you use, but people just believe what's written on the sign. So nowadays, when the elderly people drink tonic wine, like tonic wine that tonify kidneys and the young energy, everybody would buy it. And there's a kind of herb that's pretty rare, that's very bestseller. What's that? That's Viagra.
就很多人买，但是生意
Many
很好，
people
伟哥一
buy.
出来，哇，生意好得很呐、
As soon as it's on the
很多人
market,
买，
it's
药厂
been
都发
selling
财，
really well.
为什么？
And the pharmaceutical company make
因为
a lot
歌
of
很
money.
伟啊，
Why?
伟很歌啊，
Viagra, play of
就
words
是
of
这个
Viagra.
名字，单单伟歌一出来，哇，
It just sounded very
不得了。
strong.
什么叫伟歌啊？就是扯淡，只要你扯得非常好，
That's
真的有用，
just the
那真的就是生意都非常好。
so this is the bullshit. So if you, it's not just marketing.
这
So
个
if you can do it
小
well,
明
then
啊，
your business is
祈
good.
求上帝满足他一个愿望。
Xiaoming prayed to God to fulfill his wish.
你有什么
And
愿望？
God asked, what's your
小明
wish?
就讲，
And Xiaoming said,
给我一份不用操心，而且不用
please
费
give
力，
me a
又
job
有人自
that
愿
I
给
don't
我
have
钱
to
的
be
工作。
disturbed or work so
通通
hard,
不要做
but
事情，人家就会钱给
with
我。
lots of money.
天底下哪有这种事？
How
如
could
果
such
有
a
的
thing
话，我也要啊。
exist? If it exists, I want it too.
这个不
I
用
want
受
it
法，
from Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I don't
不
have to
用
give
这
Dharma
个
teaching.
演法，不用做法会，不用
Don't
说
have
法，
to
就很多人钱给我。
perform ceremonies,
可能
and
吗？
many monies would come. Lots
上
of
帝
money
说
would come.
那
Is it
给小
possible?
明，你回去
And
吧，
God said,
包你满意。
okay, go home. You'll be satisfied.
上帝把小明变成什么？变
And
成功德箱，
God changed Xiaoming into the
庙
merit
里的
box.
功德箱，真的，他不用工作，摆在那里，
He
就有
doesn't
人
have to
塞钱
work.
进去。
And people would put money
庙里
into
的
it.
功德箱，
You know, the money
所以我
box
们
in
不
the
能
temple.
做这种妄想，那个叫做妄想。
So
我
don't
们修行
daydream
人
like
就不能
that
够妄想。
as the spiritual cultivator.
你看小明被变成功德箱，功德箱真的
So
不用做
Xiaoming
事就摆
was
在那里，
transformed
人
into
家
the
进
money
到庙里
box.
来，
You
就
don't
把
have to do
钱放在
anything.
功德箱。
And people visiting the temples would stick some money into the box.
好，我们今天再讲一点道果哈。
Today, let's continue on Lamdre.
昨天提到，昨天有提到，
Yesterday,
记住三项加持喜等12纪年明非为实。
talk about
告诉大家，
endowed with the 3 visualizations to
什么叫
bless
做
the bliss,
12纪
etc.
年明
of
非？
the 12 consorts endowed with lotus.
我
What
今天
is
就讲出来，
the 12 consorts endowed with lotus?
12纪年里，就是具备着
So
空行母的象征。女
the
生当中啊，女生的修
females,
行人。
consorts,
具备
female
12
practitioners
种的空行
who
的象
are
征，
endowed with signs of
那
Dakini.
个就是属于空行母明非。
So they are considered
为什
the
么是
Dakini
12
consorts.
四手
Why
方
12?
加八方空
Because the
行，
4 guardian mothers plus
四
the
手
8,
方加八方空行，加
the
起来刚好
Dakinis
是
of the 8
12，
directions, altogether 12.
就是12空行母，
So 12 Dakinis.
也就是12
That's what
纪
it
年母
means. The
12
12
纪年
consorts endowed with lotus.
这个意思。但是我不能
That's
讲
what it meant.
他的要认出12纪年母是
And
怎么样的认？
to recognize, how do you recognize this 12
我
kinds
是
of
知道，但
consorts?
是不能够讲。
I cannot tell you. I know, but I cannot say it.
现在跟大家讲功德果。
Now,
若以
I would like
其道
to expound on the
达到家
meritorious
庭道
fruition.
软位时，
If by relying on this path one achieves the warmth position of the preliminary path, which is differentiated into 3 kinds of
定
warmth,
心之软
big, medium, and small. And by this one enters into the three accumulation realms. By the warmth phenomena of the heart of meditation, one arises to the four meritorious fruitions. The verse stated, attaining the four fruitions of the abandonment of the mundane body, speech, and mind. The four fruitions of the abandonment are born from this meaning. It is due to the absorption and assimilation of the unusual maturity of the three fruits. In sum, it is divided into three, the four fruits appearing from the four positions, the four fruits appearing from beginning interests, the four fruits appearing from various school interests, and the first, the four fruits appearing from the four positions. The stable meditation itself establishes a bogus name for the fruition. Primarily, it is to attain the warmth divisions of the three accumulation periods of the worldly path. The latter two fruition names of the four fruits are established based on the benefits of the meditation itself, and they are merely supplementary. In the beginning, the name of the fruit of abandoning ties is established on abandoning the mundane body, speech, and mind, and the fruit of unusual maturity is established on the maturity of the storehouse that is originally existing. The fruit of innate equal flow established based on the enjoyment of the deeds, and the result of one's meticulous diligence to cut off all the breakable diversities, etc., is referred as the functional fruit or the immaculate fruit. The fruit of abandoning ties is by gradually strengthening the warmth sensation, and from it, and by relying on one's and others' bodies, the yidam appears, while the mouth chants mantra, and the mind gives rise to the incessant, indiscriminate meditation. This is the first kind of fruit. Also, by merely attaining the speech of complete understanding of outsiders, and the ability to speak accordingly and give rise to the unobstructed sensation is the second fruit. At this moment, the blissful experience inside the body is ceaseless. Even when the causes and conditions of suffering are forcefully pressing, one can still give rise to bliss. This is the third fruit. When all afflictions subside, the coarse divisions of the eight dharma gradually diminish, and all attachments become minuscule. This is the fourth fruit. This is talking about four fruits. Meditation is divided into four fruits. The first one is the fruit of abandoning ties, and the second one is the fruit of unusual maturity. The third fruit is the fruit of innate equal flow, and the fourth one is the immaculate fruit of fruition. So what is the fruit of abandoning ties? A human being is always held in bondage. Held bondage by what? By your own thoughts, by wealth, sex, names, food, sleep, by your own thoughts. If you can abandon your thoughts, the former thought has passed and the future thought has not come. In between, that's the fruit of abandoning ties. At that moment, you have no thoughts. You will not be held in bondage by thoughts. That's the fruit of abandoning ties. So gradually, you you discard your thoughts, and it comes back again, and you discard it again, it comes back again, and you discard it again. And gradually you become very strong. That's called the fruit of abandoning ties. The fruit of abandoning ties of meditation is a kind of fruition. In Lamdre, what's being talked about is just a temporary name that's given. When the thought comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes, and gradually when the thoughts mostly goes, then that's called the fruit of abandoning ties. So it's called the state of no mind. And mundane people are being held in bondage by what? By lots of things. Whatever that you attach to, then you would be held bondage by them. That's the first fruition. That's the kind of signs in meditation that can appear. When you chant mantra, you can continually chant mantra. And the mind gives rise to the incessant, indiscriminate meditation. No, that's if you can continually chant mantra and your mind is on the mantra, that's the second fruit. When your mind, so your thoughts are only chanting mantra, and the mantra is continual, and your mind is on the mantra. So, the ability to speak accordingly and give rise to the unobstructed sensation. So, you are chanting the mantra and your mind is completely on the mantra. That's called the fruit of unusual maturity. It's not completely mature, has not completely entered into meditation, and your mind is on the mantra chanting. It's not completely mature. So the name is the fruit of not yet maturity. And the next one is the fruit of innate equal flow. If you start to feel a kind of bliss in your body, and you can also call it light and easy, that's also a kind of bliss. This kind of sensation of being light and peaceful is the ceaseless, blissful experience inside the body. Even when there are sufferings on your body, but you can still use your bliss to subdue or eradicate the suffering, and you're always amidst the blissfulness. And this is the third fruit and called the fruit of innate equal flow. So the bliss is like the river flow. It's moving inside your body, moving smoothly. The bliss is incessant, continual. And you're abiding in the bliss, just like the water flow. It's called the fruit of innate equal flow, the third kind of phenomena of meditation. And the fourth fruit, because you're very diligent in your meditation practice, all afflictions subside,
完全清净的时候，
And
就是叫做
the result of your meticulous diligence to cut off all the breakable adversities
断
is
所
called the
断不
immaculate
顺之
fruition.
类者，断所断不顺之类者，好像你把所有的念头
So
全
you
部断
cut
掉，
off all the breakable adversities. So it's
已
like
经没有
breaking
那
off
个
all your
念头存在，
thoughts. No
完
more
全松
thoughts
敞，
exist. Completely
那你
relaxed
心
and
也
open.
也无所住了，
And your
那个叫做
mind is
断掉
non-abiding.
不断的不顺，你已经
So
断掉
to
了
cut
所有
off
不会断掉的这些东西，
things
你已经
that's
断掉，
unbreakable.
这个时候呢，称为无后。
At this time is called the immaculate
没有污秽
fruition,
果味，
the fruition
这是第四
with
个
no contaminations. That's the
断掉
fourth
所
fruition,
有不能
the
够断
highest.
掉的念头，
So
全部
to
断
cut
掉，
off all the unbreakable
松坦
thoughts,
而住，
and you abide
住
in
等于没
the
有住。这
relaxation
个时候呢，
and
不住
openness.
于一切，
So the dwelling is the same as
完
non-dwelling.
全清净的无后果。
So
这一段的解释就是这样。
that's the completely pure, immaculate fruition. That's the explanation of this part.
这个时候啊，烦恼完全熄了，没
When
有
all afflictions subside,
法之初分分别见止，
the coarse divisions of the eight dharma,
全部停
the
掉
eight
了，
worldly dharma, gradually diminish, completely stopped,
没有执着，
and all
甚至
attachments
执着
become minuscule,
剩下
or no more
很少很
attachments,
少。
or just very little left. That's the fourth fruit, which is the
这是禅
immaculate
定的
fruit.
四种果。
These are the four kinds of fruits of meditation.
晚饭以后，爸爸带着小明到河边散
After
步，
dinner, Dad brought
望着对
Xiaoming
岸，
to stroll by the riverside,
而住在乡村的他们身后，却漆黑一片。
and then look at the other side of the shore and just see completely dark.
吐来一口烟，笑。对
And
岸
they
的
say,
他们只能够看到一片黑暗。
oh,
我们却能够
and
看
on the
到
other side we saw lots of lights. And then Xiaoming said, let's go to the other side. And Dad replied,
真
why?
正的无后
Because over there you can only see darkness, and we are on this side, we can see lots of lights. So the true immaculate fruit, there is no darkness
没有什么叫做黑
and
暗，
there's no light.
也没有什么叫做光明，
When you're completely pure,
因为你
there is
如
the
果
no
想念光明，
so-called
就
darkness
被
or
光明
light.
绑住。
Because if you think
你
of
的
the
念头
light,
还在黑
then
暗，
you're being held in bondage by the light. If your thought is in darkness, then you're held in bondage by the darkness.
也没有
When you reach the
光明，
true
也不会去制
meditation,
造光明。
there is no darkness and no light. And even when there's light, you're not attached to it.
“小明的妈妈是妇产科的医生，
Xiaoming's mom is
爸
an
爸是小儿科的医生。
obstetrician,
有一天，
and
老师问他：“
his dad is a
你爸爸妈妈
pediatrician.
是做什么的？”
And the teacher one day asked him, what do your
我妈
mom
妈
and
是
dad
生
do?
产孩子的，
Xiaoming
我爸
replied,
爸是修
my
理
mom
孩
is
子的。
delivering kids and my dad is fixing
这小
kids.
明讲的很对啊，
What
因为
Xiaoming
妈妈
said
是
is
妇
right,
产科的医生，
because his mom was an
我妈妈是
obstetrician
生产
or gynecologist,
孩子的。
and
那
my
爸爸
dad,
呢是小儿科的医生，
so that's why
我爸爸是修理
she's
孩子。
delivering kids, and his dad was a pediatrician, so that's fixing kids.
这个有一个问题，为什么白头发拔掉一
It's a
根，
question.
会再长出10根的白头发？
Why a gray hair
这个答案是这样，
being pulled out, instead there would be 10 gray hair,
看见青蛙
because
被人连
the
根
black
拔，
hair
所以
or the
脸都
dark hair
是不像
around the gray hair saw a family member being pulled
那
out,
么今天呢，
was shocked to
很
pills
感谢大
become
家
gray.
这个
Today,
云
truly
端的
grateful
在云端的，
to those on the clouds
还有所有的这个观赏的同门，
and also all
还有在
viewers
网络直播，他们
are
在
on
这
the
个线上
webcast,
的同门，
online,
啊，
those
非常感谢
online.
你们，
Thank you
能够
very
我们
much
能够这样子相聚，也是一
that
种福分。
we
能
can
够
be
在一
together
起
like this
是一
is
种福
also
分，
a kind of
非
good
常难得
fortune.
的。
It's
希
a
望大家
very
告诉大家，
cherished
为大家解答问题，
affinity
是师尊所乐意的。
that answering your
不能是
questions
做一个功德箱，
is something that Grandmaster
我还
is
要是
very
要
pleased to
传
do.
法
I
收
don't want to just become a money
把
box.
成佛的
I
种
want to
子
spread the Buddha
种在
Dharma, to
所有
give
的
Dharma
弟子的
teaching,
身上。
to
我
plant
们
the
来听听
seeds of Buddhahood inside the hearts of all
非
disciples
常感
of
谢
Mani
法王
Padme Hum.
圣尊莲生活佛宝贵的法语开示。现在我们请师尊师母移驾到坛城下面耕种的
We
众
are very
人。
grateful to His Holiness'
所以
precious
拜拜
Dharma teachings. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.